It wasn't exactly the return of the Cold War, but there was a mighty chill between President Obama and Russian President Vladimir Putin today at the G20 summit in Los Cabos, Mexico, their first meeting since Putin returned to the Russian presidency last month. Norah O'Donnell is there this evening. Norah?
And Scott, their meeting lasted nearly 2 hours because, as one top advisor to President Obama said, they were talking about Syria and they didn't want to stop talking about Syria. And it was interesting to watch their remarks after their meeting because these two leaders barely looked at each other, raising questions about whether they were able to find any common ground.
We agree that we need to see a cessation of the violence. That a political process has to be created to prevent civil war and the kind of horrific deaths that we've seen over the last several weeks.
The two leaders looked more like adversaries than friends, their body language seeming to indicate just how far apart the U.S. and Russia still remain on Syria. It was their first face-to-face meeting since Vladimir Putin regained power in May. At the time, Mr. Obama waited days to offer his congratulations. Relations between the countries had become more cordial under President Medvedev, but Russia's support of the Assad regime has caused a rift. The Syrian port city of Tartus is home to Russia's only naval base in the Mediterranean. We have learned that 2 Russian ships are in the Black Sea and are loading what are believed to be arms and ammunitions to secure that base. A third ship carrying Mi-25 attack helicopters is already on its way to Syria. The Obama administration says that the window is closing for Assad to relinquish power and that Russia can still play a constructive role. But it remains to be seen whether these two men can agree on a plan that will actually end the violence.
Mr. President, I look forward to visiting Russia again, and I look forward to hosting you in the United States.
And Scott, as for that tension, a top advisor insists there was nothing extraordinary about their interaction. He called their meeting cordial and businesslike.